the Midwest, and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright of the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
As Isaac Stinson rejects Cutler Lincoln down low, and the transition opportunity the other way goes out the back line, and it's Hallsville basketball. And very quickly, this game started off 17-11 in Hallsville's favor. 1:14 to go in the first quarter. Lots of scoring, and a whistle blows as there was some off-ball foul there that goes against Hallsville. And taking a look at how things happen, Hallsville started off scorching hot. They led off on a 7-0 run to begin the game, and a timeout was called by Kirksville to slow things down. And since that point, it's been a lot more even. 1:09 to go in the second quarter here, as that ball is a bad pass. Trying to get that across the court as it was Jace Kent who attempted that pass to break out of the press by Hallsville. And these two teams vying for the right to play Mexico in the district championship, and Isaac Stinson hoping he can help out Hallsville do just that, as he's got already 8 points in the game today. 4 field goals that he's made, and has Hallsville up by 8 points. It's 19-11. Ball in the corner, trying to work it, and Isaac Stinson is called for the foul. Out there, Logan Martin, the junior guard, had the ball before it was knocked away. He was the one that got fouled. A couple of subs here, and well, just one. Bennett Fraser checking out of the game. Cole Kelly checking into the game for Kirksville. The inbound here goes right to Kelly, but the three-pointer off target. He grabs his own rebound, pump fakes, and gets it up with the up and under. Whew. A beautiful move there by Cole Kelly, who's off to a relatively hot start. He's got 7 of Kirksville's 13 points here. Every point has come from just 2 players so far for Kirksville, Cole Kelly and Jace Kent. Hallsville working it inside as Stinson goes up and one. Isaac Stinson already in double figures here in the first quarter. And what a take to the rim. That is a tough, tough finish. He had an and one earlier in the game, but missed that free throw. Now he's got a chance to make the free throw. So Stinson at the line here. He's got 5 shots that have fallen for him already, and the free throw is good. So now a 22-13 lead for the Indians, as Dorman and Brayman check out of the game. Andy Jenkins and Gabe Jenkins both into the game for Hallsville. The Jenkins both hitting the court. That's always a fun pairing to see once they're able to get out there at the same time. You've seen it a couple times this season, and that's a travel. Tried to fake the pass, Logan Martin did, and just took a couple extra steps, and, well, looks like that was just getting Gabe and Andy Jenkins into the game at the same time, as they'll both head right back to the bench for the final 8.5 seconds. Abe Rhodes also to the bench, along with Trayvon Evans, and all of the starters minus Caden Thompson checking back in for Hallsville. Peyton Schlueter replaces Thompson in that lineup. 22-13, 8.5 to go. Here's Cameron Cox. He hands it off to Dorman. We'll see if Cox gets the ball back. No, but Stinson's left open with 2 seconds to go. The three a little too strong, and that will end this first quarter of action. 22-13 the score through 1. And we will head to a quick break here as you are watching Hallsville Indians basketball on the Show Me Sports Network on Misha TV.
Are you in the market to buy your first home? Maybe it's time to buy some acreage. How about invest in a new space for your growing business? No matter the need, your trusted partner in real estate is me, Izzy Smith of Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Moon Realty. I believe real estate is more than just bricks and mortar. It's the cornerstone of our lives. It's where memories are made and dreams are realized. Choosing me as your realtor, you're getting a professional, dedicated advocate who will work tirelessly to make your real estate dreams a reality. Give me a call today at 573-876-2873 or visit izzysmithhomes.com. Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Moon Realty, your hometown realtor working harder for you.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
Well, the second quarter of action comes your way here on the Show Me Sports Network on MSHSAA.tv. I'm Austin Thomas as we bring you back to the game. It's 22-13 Hallsville, and taking it to the rim, it is Carter Pinkerton who's trying to get the offense rolling along for Kirksville. Ultimately, hasn't been too poor of a performance from Kirksville, and it's really just that starting off, that 7-0 run from Hallsville, that's the majority of the difference right now. You take that out, and it's still a 2-point Hallsville lead, but I think you'd much rather take that at this point for Kirksville, as that first free throw was a little off from Carter Pinkerton. Pinkerton, the athletic forward out there. He's 6'3" and a senior, and well, 0 for 4 from the free throw line to start off the game for Kirksville is not the start that they wanted. Cole Kelly, a jab step in, and thought about taking the shot, but instead he dishes it off. Kirksville doing a good job with these rebounds. Here's Kelly driving down low. He'll put one up and gets that one to go through contact. Cole Kelly, a tough bucket there, as he's nearly in double figures on the game. Of course, Isaac Stinson was the first on the night to do so for either team. He had 11 points in the first quarter alone. And he's in the game right now. Dorman instead trying to take the ball down low after getting the screen from Stinson. Cox thought about it. Cameron Cox has a single three-pointer that he drilled back in the first. As Brayman trying to take a floater, and that's his favorite shot in the game right there. Tatum Brayman sinking the little runner from the left side of the lane and extends this lead back up to 9 for Hallsville, 24-15. Ball out wide. Kirksville working it around the top. As this season they went 17-10, not a bad regular season. But of course, all that matters really is the playoffs, as here's a wing triple, and that one's a little off, batted around, and it ends up in Brayman's hands. Martin was off target on the three. Here's Stinson driving into the lane, goes with the right hand, a delayed shot, and it drops perfectly in for Isaac Stinson. 6 for 7 from the field to start the game for the senior, and well, that's exactly what you want to see out of him. Scored 19 in their regular season finale against Osage, and he's been on an absolute roll as that three-pointer. And that one rolled all around, but couldn't quite find the bottom of the bucket for Jace Ken, as Keelan Dorman has that one stripped away in the transition. Opportunity for Kirksville, and that's a good bucket by Carson Kelly. His first points of the game, and that was a tough bucket. Had to release it quick, and Stinson is fouled going up for the shot. So Isaac Stinson is going to head back to the line for 2 free throws. A real good free throw shooter. They like to have Isaac Stinson out there. Actually, it looks like they're going to say this one's coming from the baseline. He was not shooting. So disregard that as Gabe Jenkins gets back into the game. And Jenkins did not see the court in that game against Osage, which is surprising to see because he had been a growing role on this team throughout the season. So it's good to see him back in there for the district quarterfinals, but interested to see how much he'll play. And Gabe Jenkins thought about the shot. Instead, he'll get it to Cameron Cox, who can't hit the three-pointer, and it goes out of bounds. Nobody able to grab in that rebound. Cameron Cox, of course, had an incredible game against Centralia. Just this penultimate game of the season. He had 34 points in that game. And wow, 34. He was 7 for 12 from three-point range, but it's nothing like the game that we saw from Osage. 8 three-pointers from one guy. I mean, that is crazy. And that's a big reason why Hallsville wasn't able to claim the final game of the regular season, but of course they hope that fate doesn't lay the same way here. Kirksville down 9 on the scoreboard, just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Back out wide, Kyle White dishes off to the wing, and the three-pointer battled around, off the rebound, on the ground, and it's Evans that ends up with the ball. Jace Kent missed the three. Evans still with it. And nearly lost the ball. Gabe Jenkins was wide open down low, but Bremen couldn't quite fit the ball in. Still a 9-point game, 4:45 to go. Evans around the top. Tries to put up the screen for Cox, instead gets it off to Bremen. Bremen, one-on-one at the top of the key. Dishes to Rhodes. Rhodes taking a couple of steps. Couldn't decide where to go with the basketball, and a turnover. Ball goes back into possession of the Tigers. And Kirksville 6-5 in the North Central Missouri Conference, at least against those opponents. Hallsville was 4-3 against Tri-County Conference opponents, so both of them one game over 500, pretty similar in conference. Of course, the overall record's much different. Hallsville going 20-5 on the regular season, although 2 of those losses came in the final 5 games. Not quite the same ability there, as a three-pointer just too strong, and down low, trying to get 2, but not going to drop for Cole Kelly. The first three-pointer off from Cutler Lincoln, and Cole Kelly tried to follow it up, and he's headed back to the line for a couple of free throws. Cole Kelly has 11 points on today's game. Make that 12 with that first free throw. Well, actually, no, that's 10 points. I can't do math, apparently. So Cole Kelly still at the free throw line and makes it a 26-18 Hallsville lead. Hallsville's been in a little bit of a scoring drought here, as both free throws good there, and substitute comes on in. Kelly, a 6'2 senior, and missed a couple of games ago, and now back in the lineup. And of course, you know, a huge part of their team, and a strong take to the rim by Keelan Dorman. Back on the board. He's an uber efficient guy for this Hallsville offense, and a necessary part. The games where he's able to shoot well from the field, those are the games that Hallsville is able to dominate. As here's a quick run to the rim by Cutler Lincoln. Lincoln able to get onto the scoreboard with 2 points. Dorman down low, fakes the shot from the elbow, tries to dish it back out. Bremen's able to toe touch that one, keep it in bounds. Trying to work baseline, just has to throw that one up top. Dorman slaps it down. Schlueter trying to fight for it, ends up in a transition opportunity and doesn't go for Lincoln. Tough layup to make, and it's Hallsville basketball. Couple of turnovers here. Hallsville's got to make sure that they keep it relaxed. They can't be giving up the ball in this kind of a way. And whistles blow as there'll be a substitution. Tatum Bremen coming out of the game, and Caden Thompson checking in. Caden Thompson, by the way, 2 for 3 from the field. All 3 of those have been three-pointers. So Thompson's got 6 on the game. He's been having a strong night so far. Down low, Stinson goes off the glass, and why not add another 2 for the senior? Isaac Stinson just having an incredible night so far. Ball up top. Cole Kelly calls for a screen, but then waves it off. 9-point lead for Hallsville. Trying to find some space. Cole Kelly is going to quick release that 3, and it sinks. Caden Thompson had a hand in his face, but that is a fast release from Cole Kelly, who continues to pile him on here. Caden Thompson from the corner. Can he hit it again? Yes, he can. Caden Thompson have himself a night. Going off right now for Hallsville. Cole Kelly trying to respond with his own 3. No, and it's batted out of bounds off of Kirksville. Cole Kelly, that's one of the few misses that he's had this game. He's 5 for 7 from the field after that miss. 33-24, the Hallsville lead. Stinson looking for someone and gets it into Caden Thompson. Thompson trying to stay hot here. He slows it down and hands it off to Tatum Brayman. Brayman trying to find a lane, tries to put it up off the glass, but a foul called and 2 shots as Tatum Brayman will head to the free throw line. And I mentioned Isaac Stinson, a pretty good free throw shooter earlier before he didn't have the free throws. This one, Tatum Brayman's really going to have the 2 charity stripe shots here. From the foul line, Brayman 5 for 6 in that finale against Osage. Had a real nice night from the free throw line, and his first foul shot goes off the back iron and drops in. 3 points for Tatum Brayman here, and he's been relatively quiet as of late, but still has been averaging 8 points per game over these last 6 games of the regular season, which will definitely take that out of the freshman. And, well, he shows incredible poise from the free throw line, and something that's difficult to do. He has a great free throw percentage. Kirksville will try and cut into what's now a double-digit lead for Hallsville. 35-24, driving down low. Carson Kelly and 1. Well, Kelly doing a great job himself to play through some contact, and this lead is back down to single digits for Hallsville. Kelly on the line, and quickly Hallsville trying to make sure they grab that defensive rebound, and they do just that. Now trying to push the pace the other way. Cox not able to grab it back after losing it, and here comes Kirksville. Trying to swing it around. Carson Kelly's available in the corner, but can't make it on the three-pointer. Instead, he'll grab the rebound, dish it back out. The 3 again off target. This time it's Abe Rhodes who's able to haul it in. Cutler Lincoln really struggling from the field early on in this one. We'll expect him to pick it up eventually as Abe Rhodes tries to take it inside and dishes back out. Oh, that's a great pass. Caden Thompson can't hit the three-pointer. 3 for 5 now from beyond the arc for him. Driving in, and that one's batted away. Ends up in Brayman's possession. Working it down the left side, trying to find someone back up top. Cameron Cox has some space. He's going to let it fly, but can't get that one to go. Cox just a 1 for 4 start from the game here, and you'll go back to a few games ago, that Southern Boone game. Cameron Cox was a vital piece that was not able to find his mark. Was 1 for 11 from beyond the arc in that game. We'll see if something similar happens here. And the thing is he hit a three-pointer early in that one and just wasn't able to keep it up. As Caden Thompson will walk gingerly off to the sideline, and just looks like that's more so being tired than anything else. Gabe Jenkins coming into the game. This is a couple of substitutions that Jenkins has found himself on the court for, and a long pass there. Cameron Cox trying to race for it and not able to guess what Carson Kelly was going to do, and ended up running through him trying to get to the ball. So that's the 4th team foul for Hallsville, which means the next foul would put Kirksville in the bonus. And Chase Kent was able to dish that one off in way too easy of a lane. 2 points down low for Carter Pinkerton. His first of the game. Cameron Cox up top. Working it around. Abe Rhodes, top of the key, finds Cox. Trying to take baseline. He dishes back up top. It's a Rhodes and Cox game, and now back up top. Rhodes again going to take it in. He finds himself some space and is able to kiss it off the glass for 2 points. Abe Rhodes a good job here and has that lead back up to 9 points as the full court shot is not going to go, and that will do it for the first half. So through one half, it's 37 for Hallsville to just 28 for Kirksville, and we will go ahead and step aside, and when we come back, the second half of action will just about be around the corner here on the Show Me Sports Network on MSHSAA TV.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity. especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the MSHSAA and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers. With some of the most advanced technologies on the market, anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
At Hallsville School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Join Hallsville School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit hallsville.org and click on the employment link under Our District tab.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Well, hello and welcome back into tonight's presentation of Hallsville Indians basketball here on the Show Me Sports Network on MSHSAA.TV. I'm Austin Thomas, and at the half, Hallsville leads 37-28 in what's been another strong offensive first, and they continue to really look good on the shooting aspect of the game. The defense has done a little bit worse than their normal defense actually has, but they're still up 9 on the scoreboard. And, well, I think you're going to take the 9-point lead over looking good in every aspect of the game, you know, especially when it comes to the playoffs, in which all that matters is that you win this game and continue your season. The district championship is to follow on Friday night. So the winner of this game will come back here and face off against the number 1 seeded Mexico Bulldogs in what will for sure be a great matchup. And that one is one that we are definitely looking forward to. And as long as Hallsville is able to get that win, then we will be continuing to broadcast Hallsville basketball here on MSHSAA TV. So make sure to tune back in for that game, and we should be able to get started a little bit earlier than today's broadcast after that a little bit delayed start. We got those technical issues figured out, so we are all good to go. So if you're interested in that game, and again, saying that Hallsville is able to continue on, then you can find it here on MSHSAA TV. But one game that we do know is going to be happening is the MSHSAA girls basketball team. They are going to be competing tomorrow night. They won their first round matchup against Wright City last night, so the Hallsville girls will be taking on Kirksville as well. Hallsville versus Kirksville here in back-to-back days. That game is actually at Mexico High School for their district semifinals as well, and an exciting matchup there that we'll also be broadcasting on the Show Me Sports Network on MSHSAA TV. Looking back at this first half and how it all happened, Hallsville got off to that quick 7-0 lead at the start, and since that point, it's kind of been back and forth, but Hallsville's maintained the 7 to 9 point lead. It grew all the way up to 11 earlier in the night, but it's kind of just maintained in the same spot since that 7-0 start by Hallsville. And you know what? They're going to take that, and they will take the ball to start things off. 8 minutes left in the third quarter, and we are underway with the second half. Isaac Stinson, who had 15 points in the first half, finds Brayman in the corner, but Brayman can't hit that first three-pointer, and the rebound goes the other direction. Working it inside, Cole Kelly gonna shoot a rhythm three, that one. Again, an offensive rebound by Kirksville. They've been doing a good job with those. Finding it down low. No on the 2 from Pinkerton. And this time, Hallsville's able to end up with the ball in their possession. Dorman trying to work this one down the other side. And down low, he hits the deck hard. And that is going to be a whistle blowing. They're going to call that against Keelan Dorman. Offensive foul. So a turnover there as Kirksville gets the ball back. And down low, this one's flicked back up, and Kirksville still able to have some good offensive possessions here. They're making some crisp passes right now. Really liking what I'm seeing out of them, and they're going to be a tough team to take down, but they got to get this offense rolling along, and that's just the way to do so. Logan Martin getting on the scoreboard for the first time today. Isaac Stinson trying to add to his scoring total, but now we'll hand it off. Brayman down low, and he's fouled. 2 shots coming for Tatum Brayman. Brayman, I mentioned it earlier, just a freshman, but he's been great at creating contact and getting to the free throw line. Not only that, he's great at making those free throws as well. He had that 13 for 14 game from the charity stripe earlier against Cap City, and what ended up being a thriller and one that they needed every one of those free throws to go down. First free throw here from Brayman off target after rolling around the back iron. Second free throw, however, does go through the net. Brayman now up to 5 points on the game. 38-30, the Hallsville lead. Trying to keep this lead in their favor and still up at that 7 or so points. And here it's fought for. Thompson nearly was able to grab it away, but instead it's a pass out to the wing, and the three-pointer a little too far from Jace Kent. And now a foul goes against Kirksville in the fast break. Second team foul for the Tigers, and not what you want to do early in the quarter. Nobody really up there in personal foul trouble, though. So it doesn't look like we're going to get into that spot, although maybe you'll see, 1 or 2 guys with 3 or 4 fouls as Cameron Cox gets to the elbow with plenty of space, not able to hit the pull-up jumper. And now here comes Kirksville, trying to take their time on this one as their offense tries to cut this lead back down to 6 points. Working on Cox. He creates some space going with the left hand. No on the shot from Pinkerton. Offense goes the other direction. Hallsville trying to work this lead back up to double figures. Schlueter up top. Tries to find Cox. Cox lucky that he looked back for a split second. He didn't see that pass initially, but able to bring it back in. Schlueter one-on-one. Now quickly had his man brought back over. Stinson had some space down low and fought for. It's out of bounds. They're going to say off of Pinkerton. Pinkerton kind of grabbed that ball out of Stinson's chest. It's kind of like a dropped-in pass when he's playing football, but the defensive back just came in and ripped it away. Brayman just slings one down to the low post. Great pass, but doesn't result in points until now when Brayman's going to get the ball back and put 2 points up on the floater himself. 40-30 the score, a 10-point game. Hallsville staying strong. Again, the score has kind of stayed around this area between that 7 to 11 point margin really ever since that start of the game. We'll see if Kirksville is going to threaten to bring it back even lower. Step back by Kelly, doesn't fire away. Instead, they'll keep it strong here. Pass down low as the fans chant boring from the Hallsville student section. That student section is quite full, but not too bad of a drive as that was Logan Martin who missed the pull-up. Yeah, not too bad of a drive here to Moberly from Hallsville, and Cameron Cox now has some space and he airballs on the 3. That's a rare sight to see. Cameron Cox is really struggling right now. Just 1 for 6 from the field in the game and 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. Again, it's giving shades of that Southern Boone game just a while ago. He has been on a hot streak since that game, though. Really continuing to perform well, and you're hoping that bounce back continues into the playoffs, but so far it hasn't. Cole Kelly has some space from the corner. Can't hit the three, and a rebound nearly lost between two Hallsville players, and instead it's Bremen who ends up with it. Back up top, trying to find some space and getting that down low to Stinson. He just flicks it up, and Bremen's not going to be able to win that battle against the bigger defender, and Cutler slows it down. Now he's got some space, fires away. The three-pointer off target, rebounded by Kirksville. Again, the ball passing around the top. Kelly going to body his way down low, puts it up, but he's going to get fouled and headed to the line for two shots. Cole Kelly had 14 points in the first half. Still has yet to score here in the second half, but has a chance to crack onto the scoreboard. 3:36 to go in the third quarter as they ask for a towel to make sure that they've got this cleaned up and ready to go. Trying to check around for a towel. They finally get one. It looks like that's a shirt that they're using right there around just inside the free throw line. Got to make sure that lane's cleaned up. Don't want any unnecessary injuries, especially when it comes to a game this big. Kirksville trying to keep their season alive, and they had a tough first-round win against Fulton. Fulton came out to play in that one, as the first free throw from Kelly is a little too strong there. It's 43-41 the final score there, and they took the lead with just 5 seconds to go. What a finish from Kirksville on that game. And here's Cole Kelly, who sinks the second free throw to split from the stripe, and he'll go to the bench now as we'll go over the five for both teams. For Hallsville, it's Stinson, Cox, Dorman, Thompson, and Rhodes. Quick give and go back to Stinson, and Jace Kenton along with Kyle White, Bennett Fraser, Cutler Lincoln, and Connor Hall for Kirksville. Those are the five on the court for both teams as Rhodes will look to inbound the pass. 40-31 the score here. Looking for somebody, and it was indecisive between Dorman and Stinson, and it's a giveaway. Stinson nearly able to grab it, but it ends up in Dorman's hands. Now he's taking this one the other direction. Crossover into the lane, spin move, tries to get it out, batted away. Cox has it, tries to dish it to Stinson. Instead, it ends up in Cutler's possession. Down low, he goes up strong, and a foul, a blocking foul against Abe Rhodes. And that one's a tough one because Rhodes tried to set his feet, but his momentum was taking him. So even though his feet were kind of like a statue, if you push a statue, it doesn't just stop once you take your hands off. It keeps going until the friction causes it to stop, and that was kind of the deal with Abe Rhodes right there. He might not have been moving his limbs at all while the contact was made, but his body momentum was taking him south, and that leads to the blocking call. So 40-31, the score in the game here in the third quarter of action. Hallsville's offense has certainly slowed down since that first quarter. And they led big time. They had 20 points, and they had quite a lot out of the halftime as well, 37. Lots of defense here. Hallsville really struggling. They've scored just 3 points out of the half, all three coming from Tatum Bremen. Isaac Stinson and Keelan Dorman both have yet to shoot the ball in the third quarter, as the first free throw there is a little strong and off the mark from Cutler Lincoln, who, he's been having a tough night. Lincoln just 2 points on the game, and he's 1 for 7 from the field, and now 0 for 2 from the free throw line as well, as Stinson is able to haul in the rebound. Gets it up to Dorman. Dorman over to Thompson in the corner from 3, and can't hit that one. Ends up in Kirksville's possession. Tigers going to slow it down and run the half-court set. 9-point game. Kirksville still staying in this one. It's always, again, staying around this 7 to 11 point game. Cox is able to take it away. Free 2 points for him in transition the other way, and that's what the quick steal will do for you. Cameron Cox up to 5 points in the game, and now Kirksville working on it, and Isaac Stinson is called for the foul. And the referees saw a reach in, and 11-point lead for Hallsville. This is tied for their largest lead of the game. Stinson and Caden Thompson both checking out for the Indians. Stinson's at 3 personal fouls. So is Peyton Schlueter. So a little bit of foul trouble to watch as there's a 3-pointer from Carson Kelly off the mark. Rebound to Hallsville and a foul called instead of a jump ball. And Jace Kent is saying, man, that should have been a jump. Referees say otherwise. Schlueter looking to inbound it, and he gets it quickly into Cameron Cox. Now back to himself. Tatum Brayman trying to work his shiftiness inside and now hands it off. And for a guy like Peyton Schlueter, he's had some really efficient games, but he only takes the shots that are open for him. This game, he has not found many of them, none at all, actually. Hasn't been able to find a shot, and a foul against Peyton Schlueter right there. That's his 4th personal of the game. And he was not happy about that as well, because it was an off-ball foul. That's foul number 4 on Peyton Schlueter. A senior guard on this team. He more so plays the forward position on this squad with his height. Not too much height on the Hallsville squad, but they haven't really had a problem with that. A little bit of small ball, they'll take it. Cole Kelly out from 3 and a little short on the release. Ends up still in favor of Kirksville. Fought for now, working it inside, seeing what they can do, and Carson Kelly finds some space and he goes with the left hand. 2 points for the 5'10 senior for Kirksville. Brayman out on the corner. Dishes to Rhodes. Rhodes already has 2, tries to take the drive, and he's rejected down low by Bennett Frazier. Fast break opportunity, it's on the ground, ends up in Trayvon Evans' hand. Tries to dish it up to Dorman. Dorman takes a dribble, down low, spin move, and he puts it in. 6 points now for Keelan Dorman. Great job from him, has this lead back up to 11 for Hallsville. 44-33, a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Kirksville working the ball up top, trying to get it down low on Cox. Instead finds Carson Kelly out wide open, and he drains the 3-pointer. Carson Kelly up to 9 points on the game, and a big 3 there cuts this lead right back down to 8 points for Hallsville. And a timeout is called with 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Big time plays from Kirksville to keep them alive. And again, it seems like every time that Hallsville has a little bit of a run, they bring that lead back up to 11. Kirksville is right there to respond. They do a great job at just keeping Hallsville from building up too much of a run. So still a single-digit game. And again, ever since that starting off, that 7-0 run from Hallsville, it's been a 37-36 game. So despite Hallsville really leading by quite a bit, a majority of this game, it just hasn't been able to grow past that. Kirksville showing that they're not going to go down easily. This one could be in for a tight finish here as both of them look for a right to play Mexico in the district championship. Hallsville had a stretch where they won 9 straight games prior to this recent 3-2 stretch, but still a good clip to be at. As Isaac Stinson finds Caden Thompson. 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Brayman on the wing, trying to find himself some space, gets it down low, and a foul. Tatum Brayman back to the stripe. Brayman already 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and he'll have 2 more shots. Brayman on the line with 23 seconds to go, an 8-point lead for Hallsville, and make that a 9-point lead as Brayman sinks that first free throw. He's now 4 for 5 from foul shots today. Quick substitution as Bennett Fraser checks out. Cutler Lincoln into the game. Couple of switches at who's lined up where in the free throw line as well. Freeman takes one dribble, and now he'll fire and drain another free throw. 5 for 6 from the line today. 20 seconds to go. Kirksville bringing the ball up, trying to find some space. Jace Kent, he's already hit 2 triples this game, but he's missed his only shot attempt of the third quarter. Working it around the top. The ball's on the ground, and a foul called against Tatum Brayman. The referee's starting to call this one a little bit tighter on both ends. And not allowing too much contact anymore. And Carson Kelly on the line. Both teams in the bonus as Kelly's first free throw is good. Kelly up to double figures on the game. He's got 10. 4 for 7 from the field. He's now 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He had an and one earlier that he missed the free throw on, and this time he'll sink that free throw. And substitution here, 46-38. That's what Hallsville leads by. Tatum Brayman bringing the ball up the right side. Trying to find someone, gets it to Stinson at the buzzer and can't get the shot to fall. And that will do it for this third quarter. An 8-point game as we enter the final quarter of regulation. It's 46-38. As we will step aside here on the Show Me Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of the Show Me Sports Network under the broadcasting rights granted therein. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the Show Me Sports Network. Announcers are provided by the Show Me Sports Network.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
8 minutes left to decide who will be playing in the district championship here in Moberly, and it's Hallsville that will get the ball. 8 minutes, 8-point lead for Hallsville. Kirksville's just got to close this lead by 1 point each minute, and a foul called as that's a reach in real quick on Logan Martin. Logan Martin's third personal foul of the game. So as for the players on the court, Martin's got 3 and Stinson's got 3, and a bunch of players have 2. Brayman looking for the inbound pass. He's trying to find Dorman, and he goes up and snatches that one away from Carson Kelly. That's the athleticism of Keelan Dorman right there. Definitely one of the best athletes on this Hallsville team. He's able to make some uber plays like that. Isaac Stinson now trying to find his way into the lane, putting one up with the right hand. No, but Cox is there to put it off with a nice spin off the rim, and it drops in. Isaac Stinson, after scoring 15 in the first half, did not score in the third and has really been in a drought here, but it hasn't affected Hallsville. They still lead by double figures. It's a 10-point game with 7 minutes to go. Down low, Kirksville's got to score. Not there. Rebound by Pinkerton himself, and he puts it back up off the glass. And 2 more go to Kirksville. 48-40, back to that 8-point game. And here's where Hallsville's got to lock it in. Isaac Stinson trying to create some space. Finds Brayman. Brayman from the corner, no on that 3. Fought for by Cox, but it's Cole Kelly that ends up with the rebound. And Tatum Brayman, not really too much of a three-point shooter. Over these last 6 games, 0 for 8 from beyond the arc. And in this game now, he's 0 for 2. So he hasn't made a 3 in his last 10 attempts. But he's not unwilling to take the three-pointer. When he's got space, he'll shoot it. Cox nearly able to grab that one away. Cole Kelly has that one tipped by Isaac Stinson. The save, not able to bring it back inbounds. Cameron Cox was diving for that one. Cole Kelly 0 for 4 from beyond the arc in this second half after going 2 for 3 in the first. Quick inbounds, gets it to Cole Kelly. Cole Kelly back out wide, and Cutler trying to work for it inside. And Lincoln has that one stripped away. Here's Brayman, the other side, and he's fouled. Tatum Brayman back to the line for another 2 shots. Carson Kelly called for the foul, and that's his 3rd personal. Second team foul of the quarter for Kirksville. 6:20 to go in the game. Hallsville trying to bring this lead back up to double figures. Brayman at the free throw line, drills the first one. 6 for 7 from the foul line today. A great job by Tatum Brayman, and that's what you want out of him. That's one of the things that he's so good at and brings so much value to this team as he's now in double figures. 10 points on the game for Brayman. Make that 11 as he sinks the second free throw as well. So working the ball around the top, trying to find some space. Kirksville down 10. They got to get some big plays here with just over 6 minutes to go, and a three-pointer would do that, but no, the rebound by Pinkerton, and it's a foul called. And it's the same thing that happened on the other end right there. One that, on the other end, Kirksville thought that they were going to get a jump ball called. Instead, it was a foul against the Tigers. Same thing happens here. Hallsville thought it was a jump ball. Instead, it's a foul called against the Indians. 10-point game with just under 6 minutes to go now. Tigers, new possession, trying to make it work. Kent, step back from the free throw line. Would have been a nice shot, but can't get it to fall. That's his first shot that he's taken from inside the arc today. Stinson trying to go coast to coast, and he's fouled, so Isaac Stinson is headed to the line for a pair of free throws. Stinson, you go back to that game against Osage, 5 for 7 from the free throw line there, and over the last 6 games, shooting above 70% from the charity stripe. That's a pretty nice percentage to be at, and he'll sink that first one. In this game specifically, he's 2 for 3 now. And that's his first points of the second half for the guy that was leading the team in scoring in the first half. Still is leading the team in scoring at the moment, and he'll hit that second free throw as well. And it's a timeout called by head coach Brandon Kreitz, and a 12-point lead for Hallsville. It's their largest lead of the game. And Kirksville's got to get something going right now, especially on the offensive end. They've had some shot opportunities, but nothing hitting the bottom of the bucket. And for the Tigers, when you look at your squad right now, it's Carson Kelly has been having a strong half. He's got 7 points in this half alone, 2 for 3 from the field. Cole Kelly has really struggled here in the third and the fourth quarter after what he had such a strong start to the game. And so it goes to a question of who do you give the ball to and who do you draw up plays for. You could go to a guy like Cole Kelly, who had such a strong first half. 14 points, he was 5 for 7 from the field. But he also struggled in the second half, or you could go to Carson Kelly, who's been consistent throughout the game, but doesn't quite have as many points as Cole. You could also go to another guy, in Jace Kent. He hit a couple of threes early on, and he's 0 for 3 from the field here in the start of the second half. Not really anyone that's going strong right now outside of Carson Kelly, so you might be looking for him, especially because of how cold Cole Kelly has been. 12-point game. Kirksville has the ball. Trying to work this forward and get a big win here. Kirksville trying to keep their season alive. Need a 12-point comeback with just over 5 minutes to go, and a foul against Abe Rhodes as he tried going to that ball through Cole Kelly. And that's Rhodes' 4th personal foul of the game. So similar to Peyton Schlueter, both Rhodes and Schlueter have 4 personals. So Rhodes will check out of the game, and Keelan Dorman comes back in. Dorman at 6 points on the game. Cox has 7. Thompson with 9. Brayman with double figures. Stinson up to 17 on the game. Rhodes also had 2 points before he just checked out right there. Looks like Schlueter's about to come back in the game with 4 personals. A little risky there, especially if this one were to go to overtime, but it's going to take Kirksville, and, well, that's how you get it started, is Carson Kelly brings that one down low, and Carson staying hot here in the second half. 9 points in the second half alone. He's got 13 in total. Stinson has that one, a jump ball. No foul, and it goes over to the Tigers. So after Hallsville had their largest lead of the game, Kirksville has a chance to cut it back down to that 7-point lead, which is basically the lowest that it's been at. Kirksville's just got to keep cutting away right now, and it's just got to go chunk by chunk. You're not going to get it all back at once, and I think you can agree with that, but we'll see as Cole has it down low. Kelly flicks it up and one. Cole Kelly. What a take to the rim as he'll head to the line in a huge way. So an 8-point game now, chance to make it a 7-point lead for Hallsville. The Indians at 52 points here as you go over recent games from Hallsville, and obviously that has been a really strong offensive performance, really every single game it seems like, as that one was fought for. And they scored 53 against Southern Boone, but they still have plenty of time to eclipse that mark here. Keelan Dorman working with it. Finds Schlueter down low, who tries to pass that one out. It's going to be called on the floor. It's the 4th team foul of Kirksville, though, so the next one effectively puts them in the bonus. Any non-offensive foul by Kirksville means a couple of free throws and a great pass down low. Stinson puts one up, somehow gets that one to drop, and he just shrugs it off. He thought for sure that one was a foul. A lot of contact there, but they're going to say that he was set. And Cameron Cox gets a takeaway. Down with the right hand, and Cameron Cox puts it off the glass for 2 more. And Hallsville's got a commanding lead here with under 4 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. 56-45, and the Indians trying to put the nail in the coffin here in the 4th. Cameron Cox, a big takeaway. He's now up to 9 points in the game. And he's 4 for 9 from the field, a good shooting percentage. He has not taken nearly as many three-pointers here in the second half as he did in the first. He was 1 for 4 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's missed his only three-point attempt of the second. As for Isaac Stinson, it was a cold start to that third quarter. Did not score in the third, but in the 4th quarter, he's gotten back to his scoring ways, able to find the bottom of the net. 19 points on the game for Isaac Stinson as he continues to really add on the point total. Trying to see if he can keep this team up by their lead right now. 11 points for the Indians. And in the timeout right here for Hallsville, I think you just got to be talking about making sure that you're not allowing easy buckets. You can live with a bucket here and there by Kirksville as long as they have to work for it and as long as they're using time off the clock. With only 4 minutes to go and an 11-point lead, Kirksville's got to score almost 2.5 points, almost 3 points per minute. So that's, if Hallsville takes a long time on their possessions, then that's plenty of time for them to be able to end this one on top, but still got to go. 3:45 to go. Kirksville down 11. Cole Kelly trying to fake with it. Instead dishes back up top. Connor Hall Hands it out to the corner. Still trying to find some space. It's Kyle White. White down low, flicks it up off the glass, and wow. What a way to get on the board. Kyle White cuts this deficit back down to single digits for Kirksville. Schlueter brings the ball up, dishes it off to Dorman on the side. Dorman trying to work on his defender, and a blocking foul against Connor Hall. And that is foul number 5, so Dorman is headed to the free throw line for a pair of shots. And, well, it's big if you can hit these free throws, but either way, it's still time that you would have liked to take off the clock. 3:15 to go in the game, and that's kind of the situation where you're not expecting a foul. And you're able to kind of work it down to those final few seconds and minutes as Dorman sinks the first free throw. He's 3 for 3 from the field, and he's now 1 for 1 from the free throw line. A good job there. And go back a couple games ago where Dorman shot 5 of 11 from the free throw line, but doesn't do the same with this shooting percentage. He's 2 for 2 from the stripe today. 8 points on the game for Dorman. He had a perfect 4 for 4 game against Centralia as well and hit a free throw in that one. Again, just efficiency is the key when it comes to Keelan Dorman. 11-point lead for Hallsville, and they're going to see if they can keep this lead where it's at. 3 minutes to go, driving in, and a jump ball as Cameron Cox had his hand on it. Cole Kelly thought that he got the shot up, but instead a jump ball is signaled, and Hallsville gets it right back. 3:03 on the clock, and an 11-point lead for Hallsville. Kirksville's got to score 2 points every 30 seconds from here on out, basically, and, well, that'll help do so as it's a takeaway. Cole Kelly from beyond the arc, a little too strong on the release there, and back out wide, and a takeaway from Hallsville. Schlueter's got it. Stinson on the sideline, and a travel called. 2:47 to go. Hallsville trying to make it back to the district championship here after a year last year ended a little bit earlier than they would have hoped. And in large part, Isaac Stinson was a key missing piece of that squad. He had the injury last year that ended his season prematurely, and of course trying to end on a high note here with his Hallsville basketball career as the three-pointer there on the money. Jace Kent sinks the triple and has this back to an 8-point game. 2:32 on the clock. Still a lot of work to do. It's not done yet. Hallsville's got to make sure they don't make any mistakes the rest of the way. They have an 8-point lead, but again, still you got to take control of the ball. 2:32 to go in this game. And for Hallsville, you look at, like I mentioned, the way that last season ended, and it wasn't terrible for the way that the season went, but they were a first-round exit in that tournament. And actually, you go back to that district tournament, district semis last year, it was Hallsville and Kirksville that both got eliminated in the semifinals. And they both lost by the exact same score in those semifinal games. It was 46-54 for both teams in the semifinals of the district semis last year. So we'll see which of these teams wants it more, both of them having the exact same result last year. But for Hallsville, it was a lot different at the end of the year. They started off the season scorching hot. They were 11-1. And then you get to that Isaac Stinson injury, and, well, that was a big reason why they ended the season on such a rough stretch. Just 6 wins over that back half of the season past January 5th. And now Hallsville breaking it across midcourt. Schlueter with it. Schlueter just holding it plenty of time here, and now he'll take a couple dribbles. Still plenty of time, 2:14. Kirksville's got to go. They got to get this ball back. Long pass finds Cameron Cox on the wing. He's taking it down low and fouled. Cameron Cox going back to the line, and, well, these will be his first shots of the day. Cox is shooting 100% from the free throw line over the last 6 games. And there is the first miss. Well, there's the announcer's jinx for you. Had to get it in there sometime tonight. It's a nightly occurrence. You got to have at least one announcer's jinx in there. And Cox will sink the second free throw and make this back to a 9-point lead for Hallsville. And a three-pointer hit quickly in the corner by Jace Kent. Back-to-back threes for him, and it's a 6-point game with under 2 minutes to go. So hold on 1 second. This could be a tight finish and nearly a takeaway there. Hallsville having some scary passes. Cox trying to get it. No, he grabs his own rebound and puts it off the glass for 2 more. Cameron Cox, a huge bucket and an 8-point lead for Hallsville. 1:35 to go. This is where it matters. The district semis, and here's a heat check, and he drains it. Jace Kent, oh my. Jace Kent splashing that one from way beyond the arc in what was a heat check 3, and it cuts this back to a 5-point game. Just over a minute to go in the district semifinals. This is the closest the game has been since Hallsville started off up 7-0. It has not been closer than right now, and that is what Kirksville needs with just over a minute to go and a timeout called by the Indians. Needing to talk things over, I mean, you got to make sure you do not give this ball back up to Kirksville. Do not give them any chance to be able to come back into this game. It is a 2-possession game with 1:03 to go in the fourth quarter. And for both of these teams, their seasons are on the line. Whoever wins this game has the right to face Mexico on Friday night. That game will be played here in the same gym in what could be a huge game. And Mexico, the number 1 seed. Hallsville is the 2 seed, but Kirksville is the 3 seed. So you could see a 1-3 or a 1-2 matchup in that game. Either way, Kirksville is proving that they have what it takes to make it to that game. But the question is, will they? Will they complete the comeback here against Hallsville? Centralia fell just earlier today in this very gym. That was right before this game finished up. And so with 3 teams remaining in the district, we'll see who will be the next one to exit the bracket. Hallsville basketball, a 5-point lead for the Indians. Here we go. Schlueter looking to find someone. He gets it into Dorman. And it feels like Kirksville's going to have to pressure quickly, and Dorman taking it straight to the rack for 2 points. Dorman's got double figures, and a turnover as Hallsville gets the ball right back. A huge mistake from Kirksville, and Hallsville, a 3-possession lead with 54 seconds. This could just do it. That might have been the nail. We'll see as Tatum Brayman is fouled, and Carson Kelly. That is foul number 4 for Carson Kelly. Also worth noting, Carter Pinkerton has 4 personal fouls on Kirksville, and from earlier, Peyton Schlueter has 4 personals. Brayman on the line, shooting well tonight. Free throw number 8 is off the mark. Sorry, I should say free throw number 9 right there. He's now 7 for 9 from the charity stripe today. And he raises his free throw percentage to 80 on the game. 8 for 10 from the stripe today. That's what they need. 64-56. Cole Kelly driving low, puts it up with the right hand. No. Pinkerton back out. Kent from 3. No on that. Stinson's got the rebound, and a foul called with 32.8 on the clock. And that's a tough turn right there. They needed Jace Kent to hit a 4th consecutive triple, and he just couldn't quite keep that hot. It's a little much to be asking for out of a guy like that, and tough spot to do so. And now a pair of free throws for Isaac Stinson. Stinson's first one is off target to the right. So this game will remain a 3-possession game. And it feels like you've got a sizable enough lead right now that you don't need every free throw, but you got to at least do something with it, and Cox is able to grab the rebound. He's not able to put it back, though. Now pushing the other direction. Step back from Kent. No, right there is Pinkerton, though, and a timeout quickly called. So Pinkerton, now a timeout called at 21.7 on the clock. 6-point game. Felt like you needed that three from Jace Kent, especially with free throws intended to be on the way from Hallsville. You got to expect that there's going to be an immediate foul by the Tigers, and the hope is that Hallsville just misses back-to-back free throws twice in a row, so they would have to miss a lot. Or you got to create a possession. 21.7 seconds left. There's not much that can be done from the Kirksville side other than hope that Hallsville either gives up the ball or they miss some free throws. Those are really the two options at the moment. And we'll see what happens. Kirksville still in their huddle right now, trying to draw up some plays, but not only that, you just got to make sure that you're staying engaged here. And this could be some of the last plays of their high school careers. Jace Kent, a senior, Carson Kelly, a senior, Carter Pinkerton, and Cole Kelly, also seniors. Sam Snyder, Connor Hall, Hayden Davis, all of them seniors. A ton of seniors on this Kirksville class, and they're trying to end it up on top, but it's going to take a lot. They're going to fight to the very last second. You can already tell that. So Peyton Schlueter will inbound the ball. He's looking for someone, finds Brayman. Brayman not going to be fouled here. They're just going to try and take it away. There's not that much time left. 17 seconds left, and finally, Pinkerton's going to try and swipe from behind, but 7 seconds comes off the clock there, and, well, Hallsville will certainly take that. It's still a 6-point game, and that was maybe not what you wanted to do if you're Kirksville. So Tatum Brayman now on the stripe. 8 for 10 from the free throw line today. And he drains that one. 9 free throws made for Tatum Brayman, and believe it or not, that's not a season high for him. With the 13 free throws that he made against Cap City earlier in the year. He's now got 10 on this one. 10 for 12, a great free throw shooter, a real asset for Hallsville as Cole Kelly brings it across midcourt. Jace Kent trying to find someone, gets it off, and down low, Cole Kelly going to put it off the glass. 2 points coming for Cole Kelly. And with 1 second to go, the clock expires, and Hallsville is headed back to the district championship. 66-60, the final score here from Moberly. And what a game. Kirksville fought, but it simply was too much in the fourth quarter, and that does it. Looking back at this game, it was a game that Hallsville led 7-0 early on, and they really kept that lead right there. It was from 7 points up to 11 points. That was where that margin sat for almost 3 quarters, all the way up until the fourth quarter, and Kirksville finally went on a little run there at the end. They cut the deficit down to just 5 points, but Hallsville was able to lock in when it mattered the most, and they ended up with the victory. The final score, again, 66-60. Hallsville will be playing next at 6 o'clock on Friday night against the number 1 seed Mexico for a trip to sectionals on the line, and of course the district championship, and that is going to do it for the game. The post-game show comes up in just a couple seconds. You're tuned in to the Show Me Sports Network here on MSHSAA TV.
Are you in the market to buy your first home? Maybe it's time to buy some acreage. How about invest in a new space for your growing business? No matter the need, your trusted partner in real estate is me, Izzy Smith of Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Moon Realty. I believe real estate is more than just bricks and mortar. It's the cornerstone of our lives. It's where memories are made and dreams are realized. Choosing me as your realtor, you're getting a professional, dedicated advocate who will work tirelessly to make your real estate dreams a reality. Give me a call today at 573-876-2873 or visit izzysmithhomes.com. Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Moon Realty, your hometown realtor working harder for you.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Well, hello and welcome back into the Show Me Sports Network's coverage of Hallsville Indians basketball on MSHSAA TV. I'm Austin Thomas as we welcome you into the broadcasting setup here. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast and what ended up being a great game, and Hallsville ends up on top 66-60, the final score in the game. And looking back on it, I already talked about it a little bit before the break there, as Hallsville started off up 7-0, and they just kept that lead right where it was at, really the whole game, never wavering at all in their performance tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look back at some of the stats from tonight's game, where first off we'll go to the Kirksville Tigers, who ended up as the runners-up in this game. They could not finish on top, and it was a rough one because they cut the deficit down to just 5 points late, and that was the closest the game had been since the 7-0 run at the beginning of the night. Hallsville did a good job, and even though they did a good job, Kirksville still had some good performances out there, specifically Jace Kent, 5 triples that he was able to drain. He was 5 for 11 from beyond the arc, scored 15 points in the game. Not only that, but Carson Kelly and Cole Kelly both also had great games. Carson ended the night with 13 points, as I'm doing the math here on camera. 13 points for Carson Kelly. He ended up shooting 5 for 8 from the field and 2 for 3 from the free throw line. A nice job by the senior and what ended up being his last game as a Kirksville Tiger. And for Cole Kelly, he ended the game with a total of 20 points. A great performance from him, but it came a lot from that first half when he scored 14 points in just the first half alone. Second half, he really struggled. He was just 2 for 8 from the field in the second, compared to 5 for 7 in the first half, and that ended up bringing his percentage down, and I think ended up being a reason why Kirksville wasn't able to end this game on top, despite it being a 6-point game. Along with that, Carter Pinkerton added 6 points. He was 3 for 6 from the field. Logan Martin added 2 points. He was 1 for 3 from the field. Cutler Lincoln struggled from the field. He was just 1 for 7 from the field, and he only scored 2 points in the game. Kyle White also added 2 points on 1 for 3 shooting from the field. And taking a look at your Hallsville Indians, let's start off with the leading scorer, which was indeed Isaac Stinson, who ended the game with 19 points, and he shot 8 for 11 from the field. A great job by him. He was only 3 for 6 from the free throw line, including missing a couple of free throws there at the end that could have led to the game being tied, but Kirksville was not able to, of course, come up with that game and come up with the big points late. But still a good game from Isaac Stinson. Not only that, but Tatum Brayman had a really nice night. He ended up with 14 points on the game. He was 10 for 12 from the free throw line. He only scored 4 points that weren't from the charity stripe, but still ended with 14. He was 2 for 5 from the field in the game. Along with that, Cameron Cox had a nice second half performance. He scored 9 points in the second half, total 12 on the night. He was 5 for 11 from the field today and was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Along with that, Keelan Dorman did not miss a shot today. He was 4 for 4 from the field. He also was 2 for 2 from the free throw line, totaled 10 points. Caden Thompson added 9 points. He didn't shoot nearly as much in the second half. All 9 of his points came in the first half. He ended the game 3 for 6 from the field. All were from beyond the arc. As for the bench, only Abe Rhodes took a shot. No Trayvon Evans shots, no Gabe Jenkins shots, and Peyton Schlueter didn't even take a shot in tonight's game. Maybe that the biggest surprise of them all. Abe Rhodes did score. He scored 2 points on 1 for 2 shooting from the field. And that does it for all the stats from tonight's game. Again, the final score, Hallsville 66 to Kirksville's 60. And Hallsville is moving on to the district championship this Friday night. We're going to be having that same place here on MSHSAA TV on the Show Me Sports Network, so make sure to tune into that game. But not just that, there's another big game tomorrow night. That's the Hallsville girls team who's going to be competing in the district semifinals against Kirksville. Did I get that right? Yes, I did. Both Kirksville and Hallsville are facing each other in the semifinals for both the boys and the girls side of the brackets. So an exciting game. We'll see if the Hallsville girls can do the same thing that the Hallsville boys did tonight and come up with a big win over Kirksville. Although the seeding not quite the same. Hallsville is just the 5 seed in the tournament. They got a technically upset in the first round over Wright City last night. And the girls will be looking for a bigger upset against number 1 Kirksville tomorrow night in Mexico. And, of course, we will have that broadcast here on MSHSAA TV on the Show Me Sports Network. And, of course, the district championship for your Hallsville boys as well on Friday night. So make sure to tune into those games. The girls' game is at 5:30 tomorrow. The boys' game on Friday is at 6 o'clock p.m. We'll have coverage of the girls' game starting a half hour early. Of the boys' game, it'll start about 15 minutes early for the night. But that is going to do it for our production tonight. So a big thank you to all of you who were tuned in to today's production, and a big thank you to Moberly for hosting us today and being so grateful and helping us get set up in the broadcast booth. But from myself, Austin Thomas, and from the entire rest of the Show Me Sports Network, thank you so much and have a great rest of your night.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
You've been listening to the biggest and absolute best game coverage in mid-Missouri on the exclusive home for local high school basketball, the Show Me Sports Network.
The Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew are the ones that know your team the best.
Exclusive coverage of local high school basketball has been brought to you by
Boone County Journal, Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant, Country with a Heart, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, Salter Loan Service, LLC, Sawdust Studios, The Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, Ren's Automotive, and Zealous WBGT.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Join us anytime on the web at ShowMeSportsNetwork.com or find us on Facebook by searching the Show Me Sports Network. The Show Me Sports Network, your exclusive home for local high school basketball.
Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The proceeding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience.